Hello student, this is Shiv Misra. Going to start class 9, chapter 2, some properties of exponents of real number. The chapter name polynomial. We will start it. Polynomial. We will start a heading. Some properties of exponents of real number. We have some properties. Suppose if you are trying to multiply a into a into a into a dot a times or n times, and this means that you can write 1 time a, 2 time, 3 time, 4 time, means a square, a cube, then a power 4, a power n. It means that multiplying these all terms, you will get a power n. It means that multiplying with this all a, if it is these are n times, you will find a power n. Or once again, we can see an example. Example 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. If it is written 1, 2, 3, 4 times, this will result to 2 power 4. If we are writing a 5 times, then that will result to a power 5. Similarly, we have, if it is written anywhere, that we have 7 power 6. This implies 7 into 7 into 7 into 7 into 7 into 7. 6 times 1 2 3 4 5 6 6 times. Now if we have some more examples, suppose we can have minus 3 by 4 whole power 4. We can write minus 3 by 4 into minus 3 by 4 into minus 3 by 4 into minus 3 by 4. Now if we have 3 power 0, this means that 3 power 0, any constant whole power 0 whose value will be 1. It can be like a power 0. If a is constant, then this value will be equals to 1 only. If you have any constant whose power is 0, that value will result to 1. If we have some negative power, such as if you have a power minus 5, this means 1 upon a power 5, 1 upon a power 5. If you have 7 power minus 6, this means 1 upon 7 power 6. If we have 3 by 4 whole power minus 4, this means you can write 3 by reciprocal of 3 by 4 means 1 upon 3 by 4 whole power 4, and this will result to 4 by 3 whole power 4. 4 by 3 whole power 4. Some more examples we can have with some more properties, such as we can write the property. This was the property number 1, and now second one we got means a power minus n equals to 1 upon a power n. This is the second property, which I have seen many examples. Now the third one we can have, suppose if you are trying to multiply or you are having the same variable a power m into a power n, a power m into a power n, this will result to a power m plus n, because both the variables are same, so power will be added, a power m plus n. If you are multiplying a power m into a power n, you can have the result a power m plus n. If you have a power 3 into a power minus 3, this will result to a power 3 minus 3, means 3 plus minus minus will result, so a power 3 minus 3 0, a power 0, and this means value will be 1. So similarly some more examples or more property we can have, such as if you have the property fourth one, a power m upon a power n, this can result to a power m minus n. A power m1 a power n, this will result to a power m minus n. Or we can have it 1 upon a power n minus m. If we are transferring denominator portion to the numerator side, if we are transferring denominator portion to the numerator side, we will subtract the power of denominator from the power of numerator. if we are transferring denominator to the numerator side, then we will subtract power of denominator n from the power of numerator m. If you are trying to move power of numerator to the downward direction, then we will do 1 upon a power n minus m will result, means you will subtract power of numerator from the power of denominator. So this is the result. Some more property we can have, some more examples you can see. If you have 7 power 5 upon 7 power 3, this can result to 7 power 5 minus 3, and you can easily solve it 7 power 2. Or you can apply the same question just like this, 1 upon 7 power 3 minus 5, and this will result to 1 upon 7 power minus 2. And for removing this minus the sign, once again you will follow the same step, 7 power 2. This will result to same result. The same result we will get from both the things. So we can have some more properties over it, such as if we are trying to explain the property that if the power is transferred from the numerator to the denominator direction. Just a second, I will take one more sheet and will elaborate you some more properties. Now, if we are trying to explain some more properties, such as next property, we can have a power m upon p power n. This cannot transfer a power m upon p power n. This cannot transfer to numerator or denominator, because in both the section we do not have same variable. This is, here the variable is a and here the variable is p. When I am saying variable, I mean the same number. If both are a, then the property is valid. If both are different thing, then property is not valid. Means we cannot solve this 7 power 6 upon 5 power 4. This cannot be solved. This can be simply solved by factorizing it 7 into 7 into 7 into 7 4 times, then 7 into 7 1 2 3 4 5 6 times upon 5 power 4, means 5 into 5 into 5 into 5, and you will simplify to get the result. Now you can use some more properties, such as if you have a power m upon a power n, this can be written as, or a power m at both the places. This can be simply written as a power n minus m minus m, means a power 0, and this will result to 1. We can have one more thing. Suppose we have a by p whole power q. So this can be transferred like this, a power q upon p power q. Means power can be transferred to both the numerator and different and denominator separately. A by p whole power q, this will result to a power q and p power q. So we can have some more properties. Suppose we are trying to explain the next property, a power m whole power n. This will be simplified as a power m into n. A power m whole power n equals to a power m into n. Some more properties we can have. If we have ab whole power n, this will result to a power n and b power into b power n, or we can write directly a power n b power n. If we have a by b, that have a by b whole power something, that power can be transferred to both the portions. Now these are some examples. Next we can have, suppose it is written here 25. You just simply understand that this is square root of 25. You find the value 5, under root of 5 into 5, and you after that you solve it and put the value 5 in the resultant. How it comes? There is simple logic behind it. If anything is not written over here, anything is not written over here, it means that we are having 2, means 25. Now this will be kept as 5 into 5 2 times, and this can be written as 5 square whole power 1 upon 2, and this 2 and 2 will be cancelled out, and here we will get the result 5, which was our required result. It means that if we are it is a cube root of 27, then what we will try, we will just find a method 27 whole power 1 by 3. 27 whole power 1 by 3 means 3 into 3 can be written as 27 whole power 1 upon 3. This can be written as 3 power 3 whole power 1 upon 3. From the above power formula a power m whole power n, we found that a power m into n. So this will result to 3 power 3 into 1 upon 3, and this 3 and 3 will be cancelled out, so we'll get to the result 3. So these are some required patterns. Once again we will see all the formulas and all the property. Suppose we have ab whole power n, this will result to a power n into b power n, a power n or a power n b power n. Suppose we have a power m whole power n, this will result to a power m into n. If we have a by p whole power q, this will result to a power q p power q. Suppose we have a power m upon a power m, this will result to a power m minus m, this will result to a power 0. If any constant or variable is having power as 0, so its value will be 1 automatically. If we have a power m upon p power n, this cannot be simplified. Such as example, if we have 7 power 6 and 5 power 4, so this can be simply be simplified by factorizing it, such as factorizing 7 power 6 means 7 into 7 into 7 6 times, and then 5 power 4 means 5 into 5 into 5 4 times. Simply, if we have last one lecture, if you have a power m upon a power n, this will result to a power m minus n, or if you are trying to transfer it at denominator side, we will have 1 upon a power n minus m. If we have a power 3 into a power minus 3, if you have the same base, then power will be added, so a power 3 minus 3, this will result to a power 0, and once again the same result. If we are having any constant whole power 0, that will result to 1. A power m into a power n will result to a power m plus n, because the base are same, then the power will be added. If we have a power minus n, that will result to 1 upon a power n. If we have one more example we are discussing, if you have any number whole power 0, that will result to 1. Number or constant or variable, anything you have whole power 0, that will result to 1. If you have a multiplied n times, that will result to a power n. So some more properties and some more questions we will have on the next lecture. Till that, you can practice, and if you have any doubt, you can put in the comment section and or refer to your group so that I may clear it. Thank you.